Hi there, it's Jeff here again. Just finishing off the last YouTube video where on our October 2nd toolbox meeting when I mentioned to the plant manager that there was contaminated bins coming into the plant. Well, then that's when he grabbed me by the shoulder and he took me into the office and he said I was under indefinite suspension. At that time with pay. As it turned out, I was with no pay. And the week after that, we had a meeting, actually 3 days after, giving my side of the story. And I told him what happened, and I was in front with our union rep. And then on, I believe, October 11th or 10th, I went in there and they told me I had a 5-day suspension without pay. And I said, okay, good, now can I come back to work? And they said that there was reports that I was on the radio talk show, that I phoned into a radio station, which I guess what happened is it just totally surprised me, and I didn't deny it or say I did. I just don't say I remember. But this whole thing was happened is that they said I was verbally abusive. I was aggressive, and I violated personal space, which is totally false. It was 20 or so workers that put in the claim on my side, telling me exactly what happened. They went to the union office, and I guess the union gave it to the company with these written statements. And a lot of workers are upset that they thought they'd be reprimanded because of these signed statements. So, and a lot of the workers were scared. They were scared of retaliation, and they just didn't really want to get involved. So anyhow, the packing house said that they were going to do an investigation, and that was on October 11th, I guess, or 10th, 2012. October 11th is when I asked and received a meeting with management personnel, WorkSafe PC, and myself and the union rep, and to go over what can be done about the pigeon contamination, or with the pigeons. See, up to this point, the company's always denied that there was any contamination bins coming into the plant. They've always said that the bins or the apples are washed before they are sent out to the consumers. But in this case here, and our plant manager, well, actually after I got suspended, the same day in the morning, they shut the line down and they removed all these contaminated bins from the plant. And one of the workers mentioned to the plant manager, he had no idea that these bins are coming in were contaminated, and they were actually coming into the plant. Statements made by our not the WorkSafe, you see, but from the Food Safe, saying that all these bins are washed before leaving to the packing house, and which is a crock. It was during receiving where a lot of bins coming off the line are washed, and then they're directly sent to the growers. But as a whole, a lot of these bins are kept out in the orchard, or actually in the bin area for up to a year or longer. In case of these one-way bins, a lot of these one-way bins have been out in the field for probably up to 8 years. And with the accumulation of the pigeon feces on these, this is where the issue came about, because these one-way bins that were sitting out in the bin field for over 5 years, and the accumulation of pigeon feces on these bins. So after I was terminated on October 24th on 2012, and I was allowed to. I put in a discrimination claim against the company for my firing. I believe it was in November 2012. I had a meeting at WorkSafe BC with Patricia Fair and Dion Jorgensen and another fellow from WorkSafe BC, and we were discussing the issue, and it was during this meeting that I kind of got the feeling that I wasn't going to be getting any support from WorkSafe BC, and that's why I was on record as saying that I think they were part of the problem, along with the union and the company, and not keeping up with this issue. So as it stands right now, I haven't, it's been 9 months, 8, 9 months since I got fired. I still haven't been able to get employment, and I'm living in, like I said, I lost my house, and I'm living in my RV, and it's day to day. I don't know where I'll be living tomorrow or the next day or the next day. I got a hearing to do with my EI claim. Hopefully I can get that, and then hopefully with the I'm keeping my fingers crossed with the discrimination claim against the company. And at this moment, I'm not too optimistic. I wish I was more, but I know who I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with the union and the company and WorkSafe BC and people who've had history of dealing with WorkSafe BC know that it can be a very, very frustrating process. So I've always said, I've lost the battle, but I haven't lost the war. But I've lost a lot of battles along the way, and it's depressing, and it's taken a toll on me emotionally and physically, and I just wish this whole thing hadn't happened, and but I can't take back what was done, and then I have to live with what was done. So I'm just hoping, like I've said before, I'm just hoping for a happy ending, and I know right now with the plant closure that the people at Vaughan Avenue who may not have a job in another month or two, hopefully now they won't be afraid to come up and stand behind me and say, yes, this is what happened at that meeting. Jeff Bryde was railroad, and it was totally unfair. He brought up a health and safety issue, and he lost his job over it. I phoned the radio station a week into my suspension because I was ticked off that I got suspended. It wasn't a intentional thing. I just happened to get up in the morning, and they were talking about the E. coli contamination in the XL meatpacking plant in Brooks, Alberta. So there was a similarity there that, without thinking, I just phoned in and said that I was suspended from my job. I didn't say where I worked or whatever. I just said I was suspended because I brought up a health and safety issue concerning possibly E. coli contamination. So, I've said I'm paying a huge price, and I want to get my life back, and I just want to live a normal life. And like I said, the people, my plea is to these people at Vaughan Avenue that know what happened. If now that they got nothing to lose, they can come out and speak the truth, speak out on my behalf, and either go to the media or write letters or to your politicians. I wrote so many letters to the politicians that which hasn't got me anywhere. So The only thing I think can help me right now is that the massive numbers of former employees of mine will come out and back me up in all the accusations that I level against the company and the union. And like I said, I've always wanted the truth to be known, and the truth isn't confusing. Okay, well, thank you very much.